It's time! It's time! It's time for Wrestling with Savage! Hello? Anybody here? Oh, this must be where they're having Impact, because it's empty.
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. We're here with Jay again. Tonight, we're covering NXT. We're going in this week. We're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Facebook. We're live everywhere. There's no reason for you to not tune in and get some details on NXT because you may have been missing out. Anyway, welcome to the show, Jay. Welcome back to the show. How you doing, buddy, on this beautiful Tuesday night?
I'm doing good. I actually think it was a good Tuesday night. How about you?
I was a busy day today, but it was nice to cap it off with some professional wrestling. I was happy to see some professional wrestling tonight taking place in the ring. I was happy to see matches, pinfalls, submissions. I was actually happy. I saw some botches. I saw a lot tonight. I did. We're going to get right into it. NXT 2.0 returned tonight, April 26th, live from the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, because that's where it always takes place. And there's probably at least 400 people there, because that's all the arena holds. It's a small one. And I wanted to tell you, Jose, I did a little research tonight, and I was looking very deep into the ratings. So let me give you a breakdown of the ratings, and then I want you to just tell me how you feel about those numbers that you hear, okay? So first we have, and I'm going to go through all the companies first, and then you come at me with how you feel about it.
Sure.
Okay, so NXT ratings on April 5th, 2022. They had 631,000 people. April 12th, 610,000. Then you have AEW Dynamite. April 13th, 977,000. April 20th, 930,000. Now we have Rampage. April 15th, 482,000 viewers. And on April 22nd, 518,000. So, yeah, that's gives you an idea that what's going on there with Rampage. Impact. April 14th. You ready for this, Jose? Do you want to take a guess at this one? Do you want to take a guess at this one before I say it?
120,000.
Oh, you were super fucking close. 123,000 on the dot. And then on April 21st, 112,000. Then you have the big boys. SmackDown coming in April 15th with count them, 2 million people watching on Fox. April 22nd, you have 1.85 million people watching. And then Raw on April 18th, 1.6. April 25th, 1.6. So now that you've heard all the ratings for all the big-time wrestling shows, what are your thoughts on the current state of professional wrestling?
Well, can you really compare? Let's think about it, right? Monday night is Monday Night Raw, right? Then we got NXT on Tuesday. Is NXT really competing with anything besides, let's say, NBA playoffs, NFL games, NFL playoffs, maybe the presidency, for God's sake, something going on. That's the only way that they have competition. Now, the ratings are low, like you say, it's in the 600,000s without a shadow of a doubt. But as you could clearly see from tonight, which we'll get into, obviously you could just see there is no direction whatsoever. I think they just don't know where they're going exactly. But it's the future, and that's what NXT was always symbolizing. And as of now, the numbers are, I don't know if that's solid compared to what Vince McMahon wants, but I certainly don't think it is. It was a lot higher originally when Adam Cole, Samoa Joe were all there. Rampage is a Friday night show.
Yeah.
And usually Friday nights is kind of difficult. And I think the last 2 weeks or week, they had a special time on Fridays due to the playoffs. So I could understand why the ratings were so low within those 2 weeks. You have Dynamite. There's really no competition, like I said, besides the playoffs is the only competition. And they always do good numbers. But sometimes they always have low numbers as well. I think if we go way back in the earlier months, we could see that it wasn't always in those 900,000 mark.
Yeah.
That's how I just feel about it. It's just different time slot, different days, different product, And there's really no competition on those days, even on Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Absolutely agree with that, man. It's just crazy. Over here you have the average viewership. So basically for NXT, I just want to use all this to get into NXT's ratings, what they mean and what I think about them. So basically in 2019 they averaged 785, 2020 they averaged 698, and then in 2021 they were averaging 665. So you can see the decline over the last 3 years. And that's because a lot of those huge superstars that were bringing in those numbers are now all over the place. They're on main roster, they're on other companies, and they don't have the same amount of big names that they've had over the years. The big names that they have now are like Natalya, Viking Raiders. I mean, it's whatever. It's mediocre. I mean, the Nati's awesome. Nati's awesome, but she's not going to put butts in the seats.
They're just trying to people there to get people over, but
so listen, I'm part of that. I'm part to blame on that because I stopped watching for many months because my favorite superstars all left, and I turned it on one day and I was like, I don't even know anybody. But because of this whole wrestling with Savage thing, it only seems fair if I want to be if I want to have some kind of form of intellectual journalistic integrity, that I need to actually watch all of professional wrestling to get an idea of what's really going on in the world of professional wrestling. It would be, frankly, unprofessional and rude of me to not even have some kind of intrigue in what's going on in Impact and NXT. So unfortunately, I am going to start watching Impact, and I'm going to start letting people know what I think of Impact, which I can tell you this week's episode, I'm sure, is going to be a fucking shitstorm. It's probably going to be a 0.7 rating on the entertainment factor. And I'm looking forward to it, to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to it. But with that being said, we're going to get right into NXT. Now, Jay, did you completely watch NXT tonight? You watched everything bill to bill?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So I'm going to actually let you take the first take on this match right now because I have an idea of what you're going to grade it. But I want to see what you're going to grade it before I actually give my breakdown. So why don't you let everybody know in Savage Nation right now what you fucking think about the opening match of NXT tonight.
Oh, we have Nykitta Lions versus Lash Legend. You can see both girls are completely green. Nikita's really over with the crowd. She's only 23 years old. She's a black belt martial artist. She was a singer. She pretty much has done it all, even modeling. As you can see, she's a pretty thick person. She's only 5'8".
Really? Only 5'8"? Wow.
Only 5'8". Lash Legend, I'm not a really fan of. I just don't. I think sometimes she cuts great promos. Sometimes she cuts kind of promos that you just don't know where it's going. She kind of proved that she could cut a great promo later throughout the show.
Yeah. Did you notice that Lash had no idea where the camera was at all?
Yeah, I did.
Did you notice that shit?
That's
she was like looking for it, kind of. You could kind of tell.
Yeah, you could tell she's very green.
She is, but she does have a good look, and it looked like she had some serious power. Did you notice that one spinning sidewalk slam she did? That was I would say that was probably the most impressive part of her like work in the ring. I think the whole night.
Yeah, it was. Lashes did prove some spots, like you said. She had some great moments. That was a nice moment. She showed strength when she picked up Nykitta from the turnbuckle. You know, Nykitta is not 150 pounds, so let's just be real.
Yeah.
So she has to definitely have some strength. And Lash Legend proved it, but then she also proved not only with the camera broach, but other spots that she really can't sell. I wasn't buying any into it whatsoever, even when she was on the outside getting attacked. I like how it started off strong when they were just trading forearms and strikes and kicks. I kind of like that because both women are tall and both women, you know, not tall but average, and they could definitely throw it down, and they have that capacity.
It looked like it could be a good fight, like if it kept going. Like
absolutely,
that,
absolutely, yeah.
I'd like to see a few more matches out of them too.
But you know, I didn't like the part when basically Lash had the power bomb and then Nykitta just countered it into the Hurricanrana, but the Hurricanrana wasn't really fully complete. It looked like she just kind of lost it a little bit. So when she did that, then we had that. I call it like a modified tornado kick.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. But it looked like a tornado kick. I mean,
yeah. Overall, I thought it was like a
that's
solid
finisher,
match, though,
but-
bro. There were some great moves. There was a twist at the end. Like, there was a lot going on. And Lions really looked like a lion out there with some of her moves. And like,
She did. I just think it just be too early just to give her that push. I think she just needs to sit back for a little bit.
yeah, absolutely.
For
What
real.
are you thinking about the match overall, though? Like, what do you? Where you
I
at
like
with the rating?
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really care much about this match.
Okay.
I only cared about when Cora Jade came out and Natalia when they had that stare down.
Yeah.
Or went for that try to hit her with this.
Well, Natty kind of like ended up trying to hit her in the back, and then Lion came in and saved the day. But it ended and went to commercial with Lions and Cora Jade looking strong going into commercial.
I just think we got a real star there, and I
who,
like
Cora
how,
Jade?
Yeah, and I like.
Okay,
how
I could see it.
There was
She's like AJ Lee with a skateboard and a beanie.
exactly, but only like 10 years younger,
Yeah.
and
that's
not
true.
even in her prime.
Yeah.
So everyone's behind her, and it was just a good segment. I kind of knew that this match and that ending was gonna lead to a tag match, which actually proved right during the show. I didn't really like that, especially for their so-called pay-per-view next week. I just wish it was a one-on-one with Cora Jade and Natalia.
Yeah, I can see that.
Overall,
though,
I
what do
gave
you
this
grade in
match-
it? What do you grade in that match?
I give this match just a 2. I mean, I
A
wasn't
2,
really,
huh?
I wasn't really a big fan. I thought there was some nice moves in there, but it wasn't really to just win me over at all.
Wow.
Both women are green. I wasn't really feeling it. Just a 2 for me.
I can't say I blame you. I'm not going to give it a 2. I'm not going to shit on it that hard. Originally, I wanted to give it like a 4, but like because of the lack of intensity on like the other one's part, I only gave it a 3.
3, damn.
Because I enjoyed the match. It was like a fast pace. There was a lot going on. They weren't just like holding each other or like, wasting time. There was a lot of movement going on in the match, and she did end up looking strong. The match fulfilled its purpose, which was to still put her over and make her look like a boss. So to me, it fulfilled its purpose. It made her look better. It enhanced her talent, and it also pumped up the match coming up at Spring Breakin', buddy. Okay, so now that you got me into all these promotions already, I'm getting excited. I want to see the match. I want to see more. They got me into the story, so I'm
I don't
giving
know
it a
if my
3.
TV's dirty. I saw something different.
You saw something
I'm gonna
different.
spray it down later.
Did you see
on.
that next segment with the promo from Tony Diangelo, the Don of NXT?
Absolutely.
What'd you think of that?
I think this is just a horrible parody of someone trying to be a mobster from New York.
So you don't
I
think
hate
he's that
Tony
good?
D'Angelo. I think his promos is just real trash, and I think let's talk about it.
Damn, son, he just was straight out said his promos are real trash, and
It's really a waste of time to talk about it. There's nothing there.
yeah, I can see that. Well, after that, Diamond Mine came out with Roderick Strong, the Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius, Ivy Nile. They had Tatum Paxley with Malcolm Bivens, and Malcolm Bivens is serving as their manager. And the reason I'm mumbling and bumbling is because honestly, I don't know who any of these people are except for Roderick Strong, who's an absolute beast. And in this promo, he did come off like a pretty solid leader. It took me about 20 seconds to realize it was him because he had his little hoodie on. But after I started really looking up at the screen, I'm like, oh shit, Roderick Strong's still here. He's one of the vets. He's probably the best guy that they have. So I don't know what they're doing with this Diamond Mine promo or, faction really yet, because I haven't seen. This is the first time I've seen the Diamond Mine. And apparently I did see the Creed brothers, but I didn't even know they were in the Diamond Mine. I saw the Creed brothers one time, and I was impressed with their wrestling. I think those guys are going to be pretty good. All in all, I thought it was a very good promo from Strong to pump up the Diamond Mine. And now I'm curious about who the Diamond Mine is and what they're all about. If they're led by Strong, then they're obviously going to have some kind of success, I think. Have you seen their work?
I've seen their work. They're pretty good. They're really just basically strong grapplers, just doing power moves, but just forearm shots. They still need a little work. This promo, you could just sort of see that everybody's just basically gonna just leave Roderick Strong in the dust. I kind of hope so. I don't really think he's a great leader. He never was even trying to be a leader. He wasn't even for the Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
But we could all see that. He's not fit for a leader, no offense. He is the messiah of the backbreaker. He's probably the oldest out of the
Pulling out the old
NXT
nicknames.
originals that they still have down there. But honestly, I just, I got kind of like, I guess, just had a sour taste of Roderick Strong when he was going for cruiserweight titles at NXT. I just thought that was beneath him from what he was about 2 years ago, undisputed.
He had a run though. I mean, he did have a good run in NXT.
He did, but he was also with Undisputed, and that was probably the best run he had.
Do you think he wants to be where he is right now, or do you think if he had his choice, he would go to Raw or AEW?
I think he just wants this contract to end.
Do you think he's going over to AEW to join the whole super faction over there that's going to take over the world?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I guess time will tell. After that, we had a video replay where they were showing a recap of what happened last week between Bron Breakker and Joe Gacy. We're going to get more into that at the end of the night because apparently that's what closed the show, was another segment between Joe and Bron, hyping up their match at Spring Breakin', which is going to be coming up next week. And that's not even a pay-per-view. It's just going to be a regular show. So I'm hoping that pulls in some more eyes. I'm hoping by doing this show and the videos that I'm going to be doing, maybe we can get more eyes on NXT, because overall they actually got some talent tonight. There was a couple of people that I saw that I really liked. After that, we had a match between Von Wagner with Robert Stone and Tony D, again, the Don of NXT. I thought overall the match was super fucking sloppy. I gave it a 2-star. I'm going to get right into it. The match was super fucking sloppy. It's a 2-star piece of shit. There's nothing fucking fancy to see. This guy had mad fuck-ups. They had no intensity. They missed punches. They barely fucking touched each other in half the fucking, like, sets of moves where they were doing, like, combos and this and that. Bad work outside the ring. Bad work inside the fucking ring. Bad timing. No coordination. I mean, this guy made up for it a little bit with a couple of big power moves. I mean, that's the only reason I gave it a 2-star. There were a couple of good sets of power moves and, your typical big guy fucking kind of move. But nothing amazing. There was real big botches on Von Wagner's part. He had the flying knee that just completely missed, and this other idiot just still sells it. It was pretty bad. And I got sick of the match when they started doing headlocks, and then a headlock, and then a third shitty headlock, and then a fourth shitty headlock. There's nothing worse than a shitty version of the move. If you're gonna put a headlock on somebody, you fucking put it and you fucking wrench and you squeeze and you're not killing the guy, but you're making it look legit. You're making it look like you're killing the motherfucker. This is what it takes to be a pro wrestler. These guys are out there doing moves that are supposed to be deadly and devastating, and they're making it look like they're just having fun in their, backyard or something. Like, step it up, boys. You're on fucking TV, man. Fucking step it up, Von Wagner. I wish I could trade places with you and have the opportunity you have right now in front of you, you fucking moron. You better fucking step it up, or your ass is gonna be looking for a job at fucking Burger King. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Step it up, man.
Jesus. Whoa.
What's your take, bro?
I don't know. I personally liked Von Wagner in this match. I thought this was probably his best match he had in NXT, believe it or not. If you have seen...
Did I tell you were going to be shocked at some of my takes? I was listening because I really paid close attention to the match, and I was just disgusted by some of the sloppiness.
Oh yeah, there wasn't really nothing going on. I mean, he was basically throwing the guy from turnbuckle to corner turnbuckle, doing clotheslines, and doing a bunch of headlocks and a bunch of reversal that wasn't really going anywhere. Then back to a headlock to do the move, then back to the turnbuckle. So there really wasn't nothing going on, but the facials, the look, it seems like he stepped up a little bit in those departments that could make him actually go somewhere. He's just not there yet. His footwork is way off.
They're both still green.
Overall.
They're both still super green. They need way more work.
Like I said, I personally don't give a crap about Tony D'Angelo. I just think it's a priority.
In the ring, they
Priority
both
to
have
have
a
someone
decent
out
look,
there.
but like that to me is as far as it goes. If they work on their performance and skill and move set and just ring psychology,
I think it showed here for Von Wagner, Von Wagner. Sorry, it just showed here. And the previous matches he had before he didn't. He was losing to enhancements that really were not on the show like a week or two after.
Really?
And it didn't look like crap. And this is why we got the Robert Stone affiliation going on, so he can make him into a star. In the beginning, it wasn't like that. He was getting a lot of boos. Nobody really cared. A lot of "you suck" chants. But it seems like the fans are slowly giving him the split. I mean, we saw the split tonight from the crowd.
yeah.
They were saying, "Let's go, Wagner. Wagner sucks."
There was a lot of that in a lot of the matches tonight.
That's just a long way from where he came from. Tony D'Angelo, I'm still in shock that Ciampa will even put him over in his last match, and he did. It's just a very
he's a nice guy, I guess.
To all our wrestling fans out here.
Did you grade that match? What do you grade in that?
The Von Wagner match? I mean, I really don't like Tony D'Angelo. I thought he was really sloppy. I got to give it a 2.5. But if I were to rate Wagner's performance, it has to be a 3 out of 5 because I just think he kind of stepped it up. Probably one of his
Stepped
best.
up after making 62 mistakes and fucking missing kicks, punches?
Like I said, if you've seen the matches before, if he's finding these enhancements, he really
I don't know, man.
wasn't doing
Maybe
anything.
Von Wagner's paying you off this episode. I think you sold out, brother. Anyway, after that, we got a segment with Toxic Attraction. Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane coming on the TV telling you it smells like trash in here. But I'll tell you what I smell over there. I smell a NXT Women's Champion who's looking better than ever. Mandy Rose definitely feeling the Kelly Kapowski vibes. And, she's basically telling everybody they better wake up from their little dream. She's telling everybody that she's the measuring stick of the NXT Women's Division. And I have to agree with her. And I believe her presence alone on the screen from now on until I say so. Just know if she's in the segment, it's automatic 5-star.
I'm going to say looks can be deceiving. Don't let the look fool you like this woman can wrestle.
I don't care if she can wrestle.
It's not all about it. This is supposed to be a wrestling show, but
I think it's about to be Mandy Rose with Savage.
Looks can be deceiving. That's all I gotta say.
She's
But
better.
overall,
Listen, she's a much better wrestler right now than she was like 3 years ago. Like you can't even deny that.
I never thought she was bad in the first place.
But she was
gimmick.
She was green
her
though.
Gimmick was horrible on SmackDown when she came with the slow walk, video, graphic pose, kissing. I thought that was just horrible for her. But she was never bad. I never doubted her.
But she looks like she's coming off as a star right now though. Like if I'm watching NXT for the first time and I don't know nothing about pro wrestling, I'm looking at her and thinking, wow, she's like a star.
That's Shawn Michaels right there behind you, teaching her all what she got to do.
Yeah, she's definitely improved big time. So I was happy to see that. After that, we got a video package from Nathan Frazier. The video package actually looked pretty good, and I was excited to see his debut. Did you see his debut?
I thought the video package was crap.
I thought he looked like a decent guy.
Really
he reminds me of a skinny CM Punk kind of. I don't know if he's as good as CM Punk.
And I think everybody thought it was crap, and they took it from this segment.
It was crap. All right, it was crap, man. I guess, man. After that, we had another segment, I believe, with Brooks Jensen and what's his name, Jose Briggs. Or Josh Briggs. I think it's Josh Briggs, right? His name's not Jose. I called him Jose Briggs. I'm sure he's going to love that. Josh Briggs, the modern day Florida hillbillies over there. And then you had Brooks walking by. And then we got the match with Nathan Frazier versus Grayson Waller, except it wasn't a match. Grayson Waller just attacked him. The match never happened. Waller interrupted the kid's debut, and the only thing we really got to see from this guy was a sick, super diving kick. I don't know if you saw it or caught it. He had a super sick diving kick off the top rope, and the camera basically just catches him coming in and bang. And maybe like a pretty good missile, the missile dive out the middle rope. That was kind of cool. He got some height on that, but I was actually looking forward to his match, and I was kind of sour on them doing that to us, hyping up a match and then not delivering. So I was pretty disappointed with that. I'm guessing you weren't.
I only like the suicide dive by that crap. When the crap did the suicide dive. That was the only thing about it. Grayson Waller still can't really cut promos. He's also crap on the mic.
He's crap on the mic, guys. He's crap on the mic.
I just think he's crap overall. He's not even a great wrestler.
He's crap overall.
Yeah, he's
holy
just
shit.
Crap.
This guy hasn't even had a full match yet, and he's just crap.
He's just crap, and he's just basically there. I don't know why. But I guess if I don't like Grayson Waller, then I guess WWE is doing their justice, because I'm sure other people don't.
Well, that's the thing I was going to say. He looks like he's going to
so,
be a good heel. He's doing his job. People definitely don't like him.
I just don't see that accent going all the way to the top.
What'd you think about this other guy that came out to help out, the debut boy, Nathan Frazier? What's his name? Andrew Chase and his friends came out and basically to try to help Nathan a little bit since we didn't get our match. Do you think that guy's good in the ring? Have you seen him in the ring, or is he just straight up a new act? You know anything of him?
This is what my face looks like. I'm shocked that you even bring this up. Are you kidding me right now?
So he's a nobody.
Andre Chase and Chase University?
Yeah, Chase U. Chase U was in NXT Florida today, man. They were supporting the brand.
No, man.
It's good stuff, no?
By Andrew Chase.
So what are you grading this whole fucking shit show? I give it a 2-star. Straight up 2.
It doesn't even earn a rating from me.
So it's no rating for you. 0.
There's no rating from me.
So it's a 0. You got to give it a fucking 0 then. There's no rating. It's a 0.
I can't even rate it there.
Nah, man, you have to. That's not the way the show works. It's 0 to 5. You have to. If it's a shit show, you just say it's a fucking 0. Yeah, hey, boom. There you go, bro.
That's
you can just put
man.
up the hand. It's a fucking shit show. You didn't like it. Jose was upset about it. Why? So why didn't you turn off NXT? What made you keep watching? Because you have to do the show tonight.
I've always been watching NXT.
He's always watching because he's a real. Jose's a real.
NXT 5.0. I'll still be.
He's a real one. All right. Well, after that, we had another video package with Ariana Grace. She looks like a serious ass kicker, right? What do you think? Do you think she'll put some butts in the seat with that smile? She's got a nice one.
Could be.
Maybe.
No.
Okay. Have you seen her in the ring? No way, right?
I seen her in the ring. You?
No, not at all. No fucking clue.
She's alright.
Am I gonna find something out that I am gonna be interested in?
Nah, just a bunch of high fly moves, stuff like that. Nothing really going off for this young woman. I just think she's still the green.
Yeah. Well, after that, they announced the match between Nati and Lash Legend versus Cora Jade and Natalia Lyons.
Yeah, so
is her name Lyons or Lyons?
This I really like. I want to cut in. I'm sorry. I really like this because it just showed that Lash Legend did cut a great promo here. When Nati passed it off to Lash Legend, it just showed that she does have the ability to talk. Besides her Lash Legend talk show on NXT Level Up and all that, this is just a prime example. The one she cut early,
she did look like more of a star during that segment. Like she spoke very well.
It's just about the presentation. I just think it could go in a different direction with that. We'll still keep Lash Legend.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll just see the evolution. But this was a great promo by her, and especially for Natalia. We know she's been doing this for over 20 plus. So for her to even just get that, help is just really helpful. And this just showed it here.
Yeah. We also got a promo from Tiffany Stratton. I was getting Lana vibes from her. She has a decent look and can definitely play the blonde role, the dumb blonde role, very well. I'm not sure what she can do in the ring yet. Grayson Waller also came out and he basically interrupted her promo and they walked off together. She apparently wasn't too mad at him. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they're a couple. Maybe they're together.
So they're not. I always liked Tiffany. I thought she plays her role perfectly.
She a good wrestler?
She is a good wrestler, actually. She's very. She was like a model before. She did I don't know what you call those type of shows when you like power lift in the tournament. What do they call that? I don't know. I'm not too sure. You know the name for that?
Thank you, man.
You know the name for that when they do the weights and all that. But it was a competition, and she does that as well.
Oh, the combine?
No, for like strength. You know what I mean? For body, physique work.
Oh, okay, like the strength and training, like competitions.
Thing. Yeah, like a bodybuilding thing. So she's done that. So she's very, she
probably goes to like the Arnold Schwarzenegger one.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
like that. Just like that. So yeah, I like how she's playing a role. She's coming off that the rich bougie girl that she's just better than everybody. We've seen this a million times with males, but not with females, and this is the first star that I'm seeing it. She's playing a character, Grayson Waller. I just don't get it, but it looks like there's gonna be a pairing to maybe something go down in next week's match. So overall, it was great. I just didn't like the Grayson Waller part.
All right. Well, after that, we got into a match between Katie Carter and Katana Chance. And they got the dub over Valentina, Feroz, and Leona, which I was a little upset about because after this match, I'm a huge, big fan of Valentina. I'm calling it right now, live here on Wrestling with Savage. I can see her as the Monday Night Raw Women's Champion within the next 3 years because of the way she just had a big time ring presence. She knew every inch of that ring. She made no mistakes. Her spots were all on point. Her intensity was on point. Every swing she took, every kick, every move, every sell. From the moment she got into the ring, the only thing she didn't do that I didn't like was in the beginning she did a little too much dancing, But after that, she was all business, very intense. The dancing for a second when I first saw it, I was like, oh, she's a joke. This is just like a gimmick shit, right? But then she started like doing the work in the ring. And I don't know if she's worked in other independents or she looks like she's like Lita off the independents working down south or something. You know what I mean? She had that kind of presence to her where I think she has wrestled with other luchadors. Because did you see that one Hurricane Rana she did out of a submission? Do you remember that? That is better than something. You might not see something better than that on like Monday Night Raw for the rest of the year. That's how good that move was, that series, that little spot. So when I saw stuff like that, I just know that she has the in-ring experience that like is far superior to everyone else in that fucking ring. You can see it. To me, it comes through the TV. I can feel it coming through her pores that her experience is off the charts compared to everyone she was in the ring with. Even though the other team got the win and the finish, and I was impressed with their finish. Those are all very good female wrestlers. They rarely made mistakes. Overall, I gave it a 4-star match. I thought it was a fire fucking match with a nice finish, and keep your eyes on Valentina because she will be a future fucking champ.
I think you're one of her biggest supporters because I certainly was not paying attention to her. I could care two shits about Valentina and her shitty 2 moves, okay? I could give 2 shits about that.
Fucked up.
Basically, what I saw was basically what I always see, just basically killing time on a show that's 2 hours. We've seen Carter, as you can see, Katie, or now they call her Katana Chance, with a new ring name. It seems to be paying off because the fans are just behind her and they've been chanting Katana, Katana. So I guess the name change worked. The finisher is nice. That sweep to the 4th.
Nice finish. For the women's division, nice double tag team finish. It looked good.
It looked good. They've been tag teams for a really long time. They're best friends. They even live with each other. So it's no surprise that they have that connection. But overall, I was surprised by this whole match and how everything, but it was just a little sloppy at points, and it wasn't even the other team. It was more on Carter perspective. I thought he lost it a little bit.
I wasn't too impressed by Leona either. Very unenthusiastic, lazy kind of approach to the whole walk to the ring, and even when she was dancing, it looked bad.
It just wasn't. There was just something going on. There was some hesitation.
It looked uncomfortable. It looked like she didn't want to do the dancing. Like that's the vibe I got from it.
I just got the vibe that the match was crap, and that's just.
That's
and I'm
fucking
gonna
great.
give this match a 1, so that's what.
Oh man, I'm clipping that shit. I like it. 1 star from Cora, from fucking Jay. 1 star. After that, we got a segment where Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs have been attacked The officials came up, and then we go to commercial. I guess they don't know who attacked them. Then we had a video package with Alba Fire. Guess we have to wait and see what this Becky Lynch wannabe was going to do.
I hate it. First of
Garbage,
all,
right?
I hate it. First of all, I hate it. Check this out. This
Okay.
is not Alba Fire. This is Kaylee Ray. Why did we even change her name in the first place? One of the longest NXT UK Women's Champion. Now we change it to Alba Fire.
Because that's what we do, man. They might as well change her name to fucking Sarah Potter.
She was on the SmackDown roster as Kaylee Ray, and she won matches, and now she's back as Alba Fire on NXT. What the hell is going on here?
I don't know. I saw a lot of debuts tonight that they were doing about the breakout superstar shit. There was one lady who's like a fucking secretary. Like, what are we talking about here? Why is this shit on fucking TV right now? But anyway.
Well, they got this.
Do we have to waste more time on her?
2022 Women's Breakout Tournament. I didn't even know that. So
yeah,
this
the
is
breakout
just,
tournament's coming. There's a lot of
cool thing.
I'm interested.
I guess this is probably women that we're seeing from the new classes that
absolutely.
we're
Yeah,
not aware of.
There are probably a couple of call-ups from independents and shit like that
Yeah, or
too.
they do live events that we don't even know.
It's something else to look forward to. We'll see who the breakout star is going to be, man.
It's actually a good fit for women, so I was kind of thrilled about that. I thought that was pretty cool.
It's like spring cleaning, bro. They have this tournament so they can throw out all the fucking trash and keep somebody that's good. That's what you do during spring, man. You clean shit up, right? That's what Vinnie Mac's going to do in the next couple of weeks. Spring cleaning, man. Don't worry. I'm sure he's got about another 30 people he can fire. Don't you fucking worry. AW, get your checkbook ready, you fuckers. You like to sign everybody anyway, including the Hardy Boys who fucking have no business being in the ring. You gotta go watch this clip on my TikTok. Yo, I know you guys seen it on TikTok. That shit is real. That shit is real. It's sad. Did you see the video? I sent it to you. It's sad, right? Did it break your heart? It broke my heart, bro. It broke my heart watching the Hardys get done like that, son.
Why are you going in on the Hardys?
I don't know, because I had to, bro. I felt bad for them. Shout out to them. Shout out to Vince, man. Because we're live. This is Wrestling with Savage. It's not NXT with Savage. It's Wrestling with Savage, NXT 2.0. But anytime, at any point, you might I might have to call you out and you might have to go one-on-one with a great one. All right? And just know that you don't want the fucking smoke, bro. You don't want the... Me and Jose are about to have a steel cage match during SummerSlam, bro. Just get ready for that shit. It's going to be wild. I'm not even playing. We're gonna have a steel cage match. That's it's going down, bro. Anyway, let's get into the best match of the night for me, which was Legado del Fantasma and Elektra Lopez with a big win over fucking Josh Briggs and Henley, because it was a 2-on-3 handicap match, because obviously these guys beat the shit out of the other douchebag who I give no fucks about. Their fucking presentation and their match are fucking... like, he had big botches in this match. The match, to me, I gave it a 4.5 stars right off the bat. And the only reason I didn't give it 5 stars is because all the botches from the fucking ladies and the one big botch from Josh Briggs, who was in the ring. He had a super botch where he punched the guy and, like, completely fucking missed. Other than that, Legado looked fucking like... This was my first actual watching these guys compete. And here's my take on it. They're fucking awesome. Those guys are ready to go to Monday Night Raw right now. They have a perfect package, perfect presentation. They didn't make one fucking mistake. Every fucking double team move they did you remember that at the end of the match? They did it was like 6 or 7 moves in a row where they kept hopping in and out, tagging and tagging. They look like a fucking incredible tag team. Delivering hard hitting, fast paced, precise double team fucking wrestling. And I liked it. I enjoyed the shit out of it. Very fucking impressive. And I can't wait to see what these guys do.
Yeah, so I thought this was a piece of crap. So, first of all, Jensen, whatever his name is, got hurt in the back. So it's 3-on-2. So I'm looking forward to 3-on-3 now instead of 3-on-2. Then you got Henley, this woman that can't even wrestle for shit. She's just basically jumping on top of people trying to give these weak-ass punches. I don't know if you caught that. Man. It's just horrible.
Man,
see.
Jose shitting on
the match that long. Bridges is just showing his power, throwing someone from the middle of the ring to the turnbuckle in the corner. Okay, bro, I get that. You're strong, but the whole gimmick, this hillbilly, it's just shit. It's horrible.
Yeah, no, yeah, that whole gimmick is shit show. It's very fucking bad.
You know,
it's very fucking bad.
Del Toro and Joaquin Wild and they've always been a good tag team to me without a doubt. I just don't know why they come to these shit shows. Elektra Lopez needs a lot of work. She basically needs a lot of work. She can talk. She could cut a promo.
Yeah, she can talk. She can definitely, yeah.
But she still needs a little more work in the ring.
She got the look down, the walk down, all
Right.
that, but she definitely needs
walks like
work
a
in the ring.
star. When she cuts a promo, she's a star no matter what. I just want to see her just step up her ring ability.
Who are you talking about, Elektra?
Elektra, yeah.
How about Henley, though? Henley was actually impressive. I was actually impressed with her as far as intensity goes. But like you said, they're still very green. Ladies botched twice in less than 10 seconds at one point.
I think you're drinking pumpkin juice because I saw something different. This woman is crap, and I don't even want to see
I just said they botched twice in less than 10 seconds. I mean, that's
crap. I think you and me are right. Like, she just does the botches, and I don't know. We can't see this person, right?
I don't know. I can't see John Cena, that's for sure. I don't know where the fuck he is. After that, we had the interview.
This trio of the Hillbillies, I just don't like the gimmick. I just think it's horrible.
For you, it's time to trash the gimmick. It's over. Trash it, reset.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a modern day version of Tucker and Otis in NXT.
Tucker and Otis. Modern day version of Tucker and Otis. Okay.
That's what it reminds me of. Modern Tucker and Otis.
Nothing wrong with that.
That went nowhere.
It did go nowhere, but they didn't give another guy a chance. They shit on him and they took Otis and
Otis became, because he had the charisma, he had the personality, became a star. Now he's a star.
Well, the guy was whatever, man. He was a worker, but whatever. I guess it didn't work out. But why are we talking about Otis right now? This is NXT, man. Otis hasn't been on NXT in a long fucking time. Gives a shit about Otis right now. All right, gives a shit about Otis right now. It's not Friday night or Monday night.
I gave it a shit of a 0. So
after that, they had another segment which Jay referred to earlier between Nati and Lash Legend. Jay already gave your take on that. He likes that she's teaming up with a legend. And there's a lot to look forward to next week. It's going to be a good week for Spring Breakin'. After that, we had another video package. Before that, Cameron Grimes joined the commentary to set up the whole next segment. But the video package we saw was about Kiana James, a businesswoman gimmick. Apparently, she kills it and she's relentless. And you're looking at the next NXT breakout star. Do you agree with her or not?
I can't rate someone just by this video package, because WWE does it so perfectly.
Yeah.
But, obviously,
she said she used to fight with her sisters.
Got the look. I just got to see what they do in the ring. So we just got to wait and see.
That's true. After that, we had another decent match. I would have given it a higher rating if the match could have went for a little bit more. I gave it right off the gate. I'll tell you right now, I gave it a 3.5. Solo Sikoa versus Trick Williams, with Solo picking up the win. Trick Williams was coming out with Carmelo Hayes. Hayes will be in next week's Clash battle for the North American Championship in the triple threat match I'm excited about. Cameron Grimes was talking on commentary saying he's not worried about next week. And just let everybody know we're still going to the moon. The match was okay. There was a unique take on the neckbreaker that I saw by Trick. It was a pretty good drop kick. Super Uso over here, who basically looks like he took fucking some kind of steroids and turned into like a Super Us. Basically the bloodline on NXT over here. Looking pretty good. Good Samoan drop. Got a good little move set. He looks like he understands ring psychology. He understands timing a little bit. I'd like to see more of him. I think I've seen 2 or 3 of his matches. So it looks like he's improved since the last time I saw him. The standoff at the end with Grimes and Sikoa ending it with a sweet chin music, which I guess all the Usos do the sweet chin music now. I gave the whole thing a 3.5, like I said. What's your take, buddy? It's a piece of crap. It's a shit show. Disappointed.
I never saw Trick Williams wrestle. I'm pretty sure he wrestled in NXT Level Up on Fridays. I don't watch that because it's crap.
Yeah.
But I do know who Trick Williams is. I know his manager skills and his promos. Trick Williams should not be in the wrestling ring again. Okay?
Ever again.
I'm going to explain why. This is a prime example of what we saw earlier with Von Wagner versus Tony D'Angelo. This is the same exact thing. all Trick Williams did was work on the left arm throughout the match.
Yeah.
If you notice, there was nothing he did besides that, what you mentioned before, that one arm spinning modified neck breaker. Yeah, that was the only good thing I saw Trick Williams do. Besides that, it was the left arm. If the guy was on the ground, I'm going to work on that left arm. I'm going to hit that left arm. There was no impression. I mean, he did what? One leapfrog? Okay, he could jump high. Overall, I was not impressed. Solo had his spots. You know, he looks like a star. I still think he's a little green. I think his
absolutely, yeah. He's still fresh.
With the timing, I just think it's a tad off, or maybe just a little too early.
But you got to admit, though, it's nice to see someone who hasn't wrestled that much, and he actually looks the part already. You know what I mean?
He just looks like a Uso, and that's why we got the Uso
100%
going at the beginning. But overall, I just think his timing is just a tad early on certain aspects when he's waiting.
Yeah,
that could be worked on. But overall, I just can't. I just got to give it a 1.5.
Jesus Christ! Damn!
I wasn't sold on Trick Williams.
Wow, Jay is a harsh critic, folks. And anyway, enough with that. All right, you're harsh. I get it. Take a sip, man. Relax. It's gonna be okay. I understand the match didn't make you happy. Anyway, after that, we had a promo with Malky Blade and Idris Enof. Well, tell me, Enofi, right? I said it right?
I think it's Enofe.
Enofe. Oh, who are these guys? First time I'm ever seeing them.
I seen them the last 2 weeks. They're kind of like coming up, but I'm trying to figure out why we're making them stars. So
okay, at least they didn't make a mistake on the promo. I didn't hear any mistakes. They cut the promo the way they wanted to. It seemed like. But, you know,
I didn't understand.
I also saw them get the shit beat out of them by the Viking Raiders relentlessly. Get fucking decimated. I saw that.
Yeah, I don't understand why they even cut a promo. I don't know why.
Yeah, if you're just gonna go get fucking decimated.
Airtime.
I guess they're gonna be the new clown act for NXT.
It could be.
Clown act time.
Yeah, it could.
We also had a promo. I want to hear your take on this because I know very little about this next name I'm gonna mention. Before the match between Blade and Ofe versus the Viking Raiders, there was another promo between Fantasma and Santos Escobar. So tell me about Escobar. Is he an Andrade ripoff, or is he better? The same?
I'm gonna say Andrade's 10 times better.
Okay, 10 times better.
He's more experienced. He's traveled all around the world. He's won multiple championships. From AAA all the way even.
No, you don't gotta tell me about Andrade. I know all about him. I know all about Andrade.
Overall,
tell me about Escobar. What do you know about Escobar?
Escobar is not bad at all. I mean, he was always good, even on 205 Live when he had his mask. I think when they just let him be.
I didn't even know he was on 205 Live. I only watched 205 when Enzo was there.
He was Phantasma. That was his name. And he had a mask on.
Yeah. That was him.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then I know who he is. He can work.
Yeah, he wrestled a lot.
Yeah, he's really good then.
So for them to let him be himself, and he basically was like unstoppable cruiserweight champion when he won it in the NXT, because the Devlin guy got stuck with transportation papers and stuff. He couldn't leave Ireland, so he had to relinquish it.
Yeah.
So he'd been holding it down, and then he had Joaquin Wild, which is always good, back in TNA days. And you got Del Toro, which has always been, always there, always been good. I mean, you put them together, it's just great. I just didn't like the promo that much.
The promo was real short anyway. There wasn't much to it.
I just don't like the story build between Escobar and Diangelo because it didn't really start off like they had issues. It started off like a bump, and now it's leading to this. I just don't like how the story line is building.
It's building up.
Santos Escobar is definitely a start, but Andrade is definitely better.
Okay, all right. Well, the match with the Viking Raiders was just a complete fucking squash match. I mean, they completely decimated this other team, like, severely. It was basically like a highlight reel of just finishing moves from a tag team. After the match, they showed some respect to the guys, at least, though, shaking their hands. and for taking a beating like a man. And this was followed up by the Creed brothers coming out with a stare down, because I believe there's a match coming up at Spring Break, which that should be a big boy match. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm pretty sure the Viking Raiders are there to put over the Creed brothers. Pretty sure about that.
Oh, I like Eric when he did that nice lift up full Nelson into the knee into the back. I thought that was a cool move that he did.
No, they were shivving them. I give the match a 3-star because it served its purpose. Squash match, shows these guys can take bumps. Shows these guys can make them happen, make the bumps happen.
Believe it or not, Enofe, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Enofe actually took a nice bump.
Enofe? Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, it showed them. It showed at least that they can take bumps.
When he got into that shoulder bump and he just fell and he kind of just turned his body over.
Yeah. He sold that shit.
He sold that pretty well.
Yeah.
Blade wasn't bad either. So overall, I kind of give it a 3. Believe it or not.
No, we're on the same page for that match. It was a fun match.
I'm gonna say I'm not a Raiders fan.
No, not at all. Me neither.
To rate this match a 3, and I seen their work with that.
Even though they're a prestigious tag team in the world, they're very world renowned. They've won a lot of gold in a lot of promotions all over the world, bro. So I mean, they have a long history career, so you can't shit on them. They've done their work.
I'm gonna shit on them. Okay? So I don't care what the hell they did in New Japan with War Machine and all that crap. I don't care about Ring of Honor.
That's fucked up, Jay.
I care about now, man. And right now, for me to rate it a 3, watching them, that's pretty good. So
okay, I'll give you that. You know what? I'll give you that. I'm done. I'm not even going to argue with you. You're right. Video package. We had another video package. Again, this show, believe it or not, I think this show had more content than Monday Night Raw, which is kind of fucking wild because Raw's 3 fucking hours. This show's only 2. But they managed to pack so much into a 2-hour show. It's incredible. The video package was Wes Lee telling everybody that the anger that's been created because the belts, they weren't lost, they were stolen. So he was going on in a little rant about basically the belts were stolen and you can't sit and cry about it. You got to just be about it and get out there and do the work. After this, we had Toxic Attraction taking us to commercial.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, okay.
Cut you off right there. I love this video package.
You loved it?
I freaking loved it. Okay. I loved it, and I hate MSK. I hated MSK. I always never like the MSK even for Impact. I just hated them. But this video package sent the perfect message that WWE will not tolerate abuse, especially domestic abuse. Listen to what I even quote from the video package because I thought it was so subliminal and it was so good. And the way he said it just delivered it. He said, that team or guy, I'm better than that. So he's basically saying, I'm better than MSK. I'm basically better than Nash Carter. And Nash Carter is accused of domestic abuse by his wife, who is a former wrestler, especially when
he lost his fucking job.
Kimberly, she posted all these pictures online with her eye being all swollen, and that led to him getting fired. But just that line right there, I loved it. I thought it was the perfect shot and the perfect message that WWE just stated. And I thought it was powerful, and I can't even wait. I hope this goes into something well. I hope they don't fuck it up.
I don't think they will. Now that you mentioned that, this is why I have you on the show, to bring up points like this shit, man. The shit that I miss. Because I try to pick up so much. Like, it's hard to keep up with the show and then take these notes. Because, especially when you don't know half these people's name, and you gotta, it's not easy, man. So the fact that you have this history here is going to help make this whole transition into covering NXT a whole hell of a lot easier, man. But after that, we have Toxic Attraction, like I said, taking us to commercial, with Mandy looking even better than when the show started. After that, we had a promo with Tony Diangelo with the Wise Guys, cut his little promo. I wasn't a big fan of the promo. I don't even know why he was on TV again. He already had his time. What are we doing? Get somebody else on TV. After that, we had the match between Mandy Rose winning over Roxanne Perez. I believe you were actually praising Roxanne earlier. For me, I don't know about your TV, Jose, but I have to get a new one because my TV melted after Mandy Rose showed up and just fucking burned that shit down. So I had to go downstairs. I probably missed the first 30 seconds of the match because I had to go get the other TV. I mean, I've never seen anything melt so fast in my life. All right, so Mandy Rose, just way too hot for TV, man. There was big chants between Let's Go Roxy, Let's Go Mandy. The crowd was really into this match, almost all 400 of them, okay? Almost all 400 of them. Good, fast-paced match. There was good work from both ladies. Mandy Rose, of course, looking solid. Roxy, I mean, she couldn't get the win. She just couldn't get the win. Overall, like I said, this match is an automatic 5-star because Mandy Rose was in it, looking better than ever. I absolutely think it's incredible television, and I'm very happy to be watching it.
Wow. You know, I gotta say, one of my favorite childhood movies, cartoons, was Aladdin, right?
Okay.
So in Aladdin, nobody ever watched it out there. There's a diamond in the rough. And you know what happened? I saw a diamond in the rough right there in the main event. I saw Roxy, that's right, Roxanne Perez look and be a star.
Yeah, it was a great match.
A star out there.
It was a great match. It was a 5-star match.
Guess what, folks? She's only 20 years old. She's only 20 years old and she has already held the Ring of Honor World Champion. She's been trained by Booker T. She's been wrestling most of the indie circuits in Dallas, Texas, where she lives. What can I not say more about
Sickening.
This? She got the look, she got the walk, she got the facials. The only thing I have to say that I have to critique about her is I'm tired of seeing back-to-back weeks of her doing a bunch of roll-ups in the ring. Yes, we do like that to have in the matches, but not more than 5 minutes. We need to stop with the roll-ups. Roll up here, roll up this. I'll do a back roll-up. I'll do a cradle roll-up. I'll do a small package. I'll roll you up here. No, it's just not. No. If we could see less of that, I think we got a great star. A great star.
Obviously, you're like a big fucking Roxanne fan. Overall, it was a great match. Definitely, I gave it, like I said, 5-star just because Mandy's in the building. But it doesn't hurt when Roxanne puts on a banger of a match with Mandy Rose. It was great. After that, Wendy Choo decided to run in, pull out a switch. They tried to trap Toxic Attraction like they were a bunch of fucking Pokemon. And then the stupidest part was when they ran up to them with the silly string. I don't know why I'm even seeing this kind of nonsense. What are we, 4 years old over here? Silly string? Come on. It's a little beneath us. I don't know why they're going that far. Other than that, I have to say before the main event of not even the main event segment, Wade Barrett is really fun to listen to. Wade Barrett helped me enjoy NXT more than I thought I was going to enjoy NXT because I'm a big Wade Barrett fan. And I've got some bad news for you. No, I don't actually. I got good news. Wade Barrett is a good commentator.
I thought he was good in NWA before they signed him, so he did really well back then. If nobody,
well, he's always been fabulous on the mic, so you know he's going to be a killer commentator. What's the name of his partner? Do you know?
That's Vic Joseph, who was basically commentating back when Level Up was 205 Live.
He's not bad either. They make a good team. They have good chemistry.
He's good. He has his spots. I actually like him better than when they had what was it, Tom Phillips?
Yeah.
I actually like them better than Tom Phillips.
Not bad at all. They got a good commentating team. It looks like NXT has a good team going over there. They're putting together some good stars and a lot of good packages for a lot of different people. So far tonight, I'm happy with what I saw. Then we had the main segment of the night. There was a video package basically hyping Sloane Jacobs, hyping herself up. I had no idea who this was, another newbie. She's only 19 years old. She plans to be the youngest NXT Women's Champion of all time, and she's here to win the Breakout Superstar Tournament. So another competitor in the Breakout Superstar Tournament, hyping it up. Final segment was Joe Gacy. I really don't like the gimmick for this guy. In my opinion, he looks like a waiter that works at Red Lobster. He looks like somebody that's going to come up to you and take your order and ask you if you would like another refill of your Coca-Cola. Would you like some more mashed potatoes? Would you like some more coffee? He looks like someone that I've seen at a lot of different restaurants over the years. That's who he looks like to me. He doesn't look like Bron Breaker. He doesn't look like somebody who's in the gym being a relentless animal, lifting weights and fucking trying to become a beast. And guess what? He is a beast because he is your NXT World Champion. After this, we had Rick Steiner coming out too. It was a lot of nonsense. The same shit with this guy. Him talking shit. Minions coming out, very stupidly dressed fucking minions. Bron Breakker ended up coming out to beat up all the minions, which apparently after that, one clothesline was enough to keep Bron Breakker down for at least a 10 count. And then the minions were passing the NXT title to this fucking guy. What do you think? Is this guy really going to beat Bron Breakker next week for the title?
I'm gonna say, if Kevin Owens decides to leave WWE, we basically got a slimmer version of
yeah!
right now. We
fucking
got
burn!
Joe Gacy.
Fucking burn!
Joe Gacy has been wrestling for over 10 years. He's a 3-time CZW champion. Let's not get it twisted. He can cut promos. He's been doing it all his life. I like his role. I like the gimmick. I just think the goons that came out with the hoods last week and coming out
overkill,
this
right?
week, especially some of the goons kind of messed up, especially when they were passing.
Yeah, the one guy almost lost his whole robe when he went over the rope.
One almost lost his whole robe when Breakker was just going crazy and throwing him over the clothesline. And then the other one was kind of sticking his hand out the whole time when the NXT belt was being passed. I don't know if he was being scared that he was going to drop it, but that was also a botch right there. So there was like 2 botches by the goons with the hoods. If these are NXT new signings or, you know, new classes, well, they just kind of fucked up this promo. The goons made it fucked up. Joe Gacy gotta be Joe Gacy. None of this dark mystique of a Undertaker type of shit. We don't need it. He's a great talker. He's a great promo. His facials are amazing. Rick Steiner, I didn't get the point of that. I don't know if that was to bring ratings, but it didn't really do anything.
Yeah, right. Fucking
it didn't
ratings.
do anything
Get
for
the
me
fuck
at all.
out
I
of
wasn't
here.
going. Listen, I was not.
That's
going
not.
on my TV.
You don't bring in Rick Steiner for fucking.
Ooh.
You don't bring in Rick Steiner for fucking ratings.
I wasn't doing none of that.
Nobody was. He can't even do that anymore.
I didn't even care when he came out. Breakker came out. That was pretty cool. Yeah, okay, you're not hurt. Now we can wrestle for
No, but like the clothesline, like he just clotheslined him and he was done. So like to me, it's like they were showing this guy like off like a god already. To me, it's hype disrespectful to treat this guy with this gimmick. The Undertaker just fucking retired. NXT creative is so bad that in their minds, the noob that is assigned to write the storyline for this is probably 23 years old. Probably doesn't even know the Undertaker's history or storyline. Probably doesn't even know the Undertaker fucking retired because they don't even know who the fucking Undertaker is. But they're told to write the story for this dark character, you know, and you know they just don't. Is it really? It's just bad, bro. It's bad writing, very bad creative, and it's disrespectful to Undertaker fans everywhere to even allow this guy to have minions come out with him. Okay, on NXT of all places. Get the fuck out of here with this. It's stupid. It's beyond fucking stupid. It's the dumbest thing, and what's really bothersome.
It is dumb. It's just.
Let me just say this.
But I think Joe Gacy's character is basically Joe Gacy. I think he created the character. I think he created the gimmick. I just don't like this.
I'm surprised WWE even let the name fly Gacy because Gacy's a famous serial killer. So the fact that they're willing to play off this famous serial killer when they're in such a fucking PG, attitude era-esque. They're trying to get back to like a mature kind of thing, but they're still hanging on to that PG rating so they don't lose all their fucking sponsors, you know. And
he's just trying to change the world, man.
Yeah, he's trying to change the world. I'm not impressed. I hope Bron Breakker kicks the shit out of him.
I'm a fan of Gacy.
Overall, I'm giving NXT. I'm giving this match. Well, not the match. We're gonna talk about we're gonna make predictions in a second for Spring Breakin'. And before that, that segment, like I said, I think it's only like a 2. Doesn't really hype up the match for me. I didn't like last week. I don't like this week. I'm still hyped for the match because I love professional wrestling. So I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to see what kind of work this guy can do at a Spring Breakin' main event next week. Overall, I'm giving NXT a 4-star for the night. I had fun watching everything. There were the fun moments, there were the boring moments, and there were the funny moments. So overall, it was a good time. I had more fun tonight than I did last night watching Monday Night Raw, which is why I'm giving it a 4. What are you giving it, man?
Giving it a 2.5.
2.5.
And, I know it's a little low, even though I said some good points and so not good.
You made some great fucking points, Jay.
I'm gonna be honest.
You're feeling yourself tonight, huh?
This is a 2.5 stars.
2.5. Okay.
All right. We saw a lot of botches. We saw 2 matches that wasn't really wrestling.
He's not lying, folks.
Wagner.
He's not lying. We saw a lot of botches.
wrestling, and then we saw Trick Williams with no wrestling. That's just a prime example of what's going on. We saw a lot of video packages, I believe.
Yeah.
For the breakout tournament. I think we've seen that a lot last night. Now we're seeing it again tonight.
You know why I like the video packages tonight, Jose, though? You know why I liked them? Because I was such an NXT noob right now that I feel like tonight's show did such a good job of, like, just bringing me up to speed, man. There was a lot of content on a lot of fucking people tonight, and I liked it.
I'm happy for you, but I don't need to watch that shit. So basically, I wasn't really feeling it. It could have been less of that. Could have been less of the promos.
Okay.
I wish there was a little more stars, like a little more of the Bron Breakker, Joe Gacy. I wish there was a little more of the Cora, Jade, and Natalia. I like that storyline. I don't like that tag match they're doing next week. I think this is stupid. Overall, it's just 2.5 for me. Like I said, that one match that really stood out was those, Carter and Chance versus those unknown girls. That was just kind of, I think, the match of the night.
Phantasma stuck out for me the most, man. They were such an impressive tag team for me. But real quick, before we close out the show, because we're already going over the time limit. I mean, there is no time limit, but realistically, me and this guy got to sleep, right? We got shit to do tomorrow. But let's get right into spring break predictions for next week. Who are you taking? I'm not even gonna give my prediction. I just want your predictions. I might give my prediction on one or two matches. But first match, Santos Escobar versus Tony Diangelo. Who are you taking?
I hate to say this, man, but I think they're gonna give it to Shits.
Tony?
Yeah, Shits. Yeah.
The Shits?
Yeah.
Viking Raiders versus the Creed Brothers. I'm going with the Creed Brothers on this one. I think they're going over.
We're going with the Creed. They're going over.
Okay. Cora, Jade, and Nykitta Lions versus Nati and Lash Legend.
Cora, Jade all the way, man.
So Cora, Jade, and Nykitta Lions are taking down poor Nati. So basically, she came here so Nykitta and Cora can just bury her.
Ty is basically making Cora Jade a star.
It's over, son. Okay. And then we have the triple threat match, which is probably, in my opinion, probably going to be the best match of the night. All right. Cameron Grimes, Solo, and Carmelo Hayes with Trick Williams. Who are you taking on that match?
Cameron Grimes.
So Cameron Grimes is going to stay strong, retaining the championship. Okay. And the main event, Bron Breakker versus Joe fucking shouldn't have minions, Gacy.
Breakker.
Of course, I agree. Bron Breakker. We'll see you here soon, folks. AEW Dynamite coming up tomorrow night. You've been here. You've been watching Wrestling with Savage, NXT 2.0 with your host, Greek is Savage, and Jay. All over Jay, JJ, whatever you want to call him, man. He don't matter, man. Either way, he's keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. We had a good time tonight. First time we did NXT 2.0. Seems like it went fairly well. I did my research. I tried to help educate some of you. Jose's dropping knowledge every other 5 minutes on this show.
Well, but a shit show. But maybe next week it'd be better because it's a pay-per-view. So
maybe, man, maybe. But maybe Dynamite tomorrow will be fire. We'll see what's going on tomorrow night, and I'll be here tomorrow. Maybe Jay will. Jay, you host
I'll be here.
He'll be here. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Everybody have a good night. God bless. And Jay, thank you for joining us here at Wrestling with Savage.
Yep.
For the rest of you that are still watching, please subscribe to the page, follow. I'm going viral on TikTok, so there's going to be content that's not on the YouTube page ever. It's only going to be on the TikTok page. You can watch my commentary on legendary matches, botches, and just my take on wrestling in general that you're not going to see on YouTube. YouTube's strictly going to be about Wrestling with Savage, which is the live show where I'm going to do with my guest hosts, Jay, Dave, and we're going to come at you live as much as we can to give you our take on professional wrestling. And in my opinion, our take is better than your take. And if you don't like it, well, oh well. Have a good night, folks.